If you look in a study they did in a survey, that the average worker, like service worker in this country, watches 30 hours of television a week. Children, they say 40 to 60 hours of television a week, a full-time job, watching nonsense. This is what they're doing. When you go to the managers of these people, they watch 20 hours a week. When you go to the heads of the people over the managers, the overseers, then you get like 10 hours a week. When you get to the CEOs, they watch 2 to 3 hours of television a week. 50% of that material is material related to the work that they're doing. So the movers and shakers in this world are not sitting around watching television. They're utilizing their lives for evil. And they're spreading their facade all over the world, but they're busy at it. And because we have gone to sleep, they have taken over. Because we have gone to sleep, they have taken over. And that's why we find ourselves in the horrific condition we find ourselves in. It's just going to, one nightmare to another. We're just going to be in one nightmare to another. That's all it is. They're just nightmares because we're asleep. And when we wake up, then we can enter into the light of day. I mean, this is not a joke. This is reality, people. There are people that want to keep you asleep. If they don't use the drugs of white powder, they'll use the drug of television, they'll use the drug of their mass media, they'll use all these drugs, but they're going to keep you asleep because they fear the day that you wake up. That's what they fear. And you should be very well aware of that. This is reality, people. This is reality. And if you don't like it, go back to sleep. But this is reality. You're all adults, and you better start just being aware of what kind of world we're living in and what we have to do to make some changes. Because the changes aren't going to come around if we just keep sleeping along, dozing along, putting on the snooze button. Because the alarm clock keeps going off, and we just sit around. I mean, this is it. This is reality. And I really hope that all of you, including myself, because I need my own advice as much as anybody else, that we have to become people of seriousness. If you read the stories of those who went before us, these were people of depth and seriousness. They weren't frivolous people. But if you choose to remain in your sleep, in your somnambulent states, if we choose all to just carry along, mosey along, go to the mall, become consumers until we're consumed, right? Born to buy, the one with the most toys in the end wins. Right? He still dies, right? The toys don't go with you. And we're not people of play. We're not people of play. You're men. You're not children. You're men. Don't waste your time watching sports on the CNN or whatever you watch it on. Get up and do something with your lives. Become serious people of depth and understanding. I mean, really, do it. Just do it, right? Just get out and do it. Don't just sit around and until the next game's on, and they'll just keep giving it to you. They'll give it to you. They'll give you football, and then they'll give you baseball, and then they'll give you basketball, and then they'll give you football again, and then they'll give you baseball, and then they'll give you basketball. They'll keep churning out the songs for you, one after another. They'll bring the new pop stars. They'll bring the new actresses with the beautiful faces. They'll bring the new designs, the latest fashion, the latest fad. They'll just keep doing it for you. They'll keep churning it out as long as you keep eating it up and buying it. The day that you turn it off is the day that you have overcome them. That is the day that we have had victory. The day that we say we turn it off, we turn all this rubbish off, that's the day that we have victory. But until that day comes, we're just going to go from one nightmare to another.